we have a C&DCL Elite T20 division matchup between Kings 2 and Calgary Cricket Academy. I have home captain Zoheb with me and visiting team captain Randeep, and we're going to do the toss here. Zoheb, when you got a chance? Heads is the call, and it is tails.
We are going to bat.
CCA is going to bat. It's all right. Okay, we'll see you in 15, guys.
All the best.
Good luck.
Good evening and welcome everybody inside the Inland Cricket Ground where we are doing the live coverage between the Calgary Cricket Academy and the Calgary Cricket Academy CCA and Kings 2. Here is the starting lineup as CCA won the toss and elected to bat first. Let's take a look at both the squads quickly. Surya Balakrishnan, Saeed Mohammad, Jignesh Rawal, Abdullah Hassan, Shahid Siddiq, Zoeb Ahmed. He was part of the Smash and Grab tournament we had this weekend. That's all available for you on highlights through browse through this week. Altaf Tanzil, Waqas Khan, Abhishek Bhatt, the Abhishek Heartbreak Bhatt, and a whole lot more players as things get started right away. Onto the leg side. It will be just a single. We'll get you through the rest of the roster in moments time as things continue in the C&DCL regular season league. For those who don't know me and haven't heard my voice yet on 22 Yards Network, my name is Anand. I'll be your voice carrying you through this game as we go through. That's outside the tram line. It will be single wild by umpire Paul. Today's two umpires, Paul and Funny. Funny standing on the leg side. Paul, right now the main umpire between the stumps. And that tapped off to the offside. Great cover inside the 30-yard circle by that fielder. What an excellent week of smash and grab we had right at the Martindale Cricket Grounds as well as the West Winds Cricket Grounds. Fun action, getting to know of all the players. A few cricket sensationals here in Calgary that came and played. Including the young star 20-year-old Ajay Verhundal from, I believe, the Richmond, BC area. And then Harkirat Singh Nagra. It was the Calgary Super Kings that won the championships for the 8th edition of Smash and Grab, presented and sponsored by C&DCL. And now we are back into the regular season action. Couple dot balls in this over so far for Jazz Gill. As he bowls a left arm medium pace. And that's driven down to the offside. It will be cut off right before the boundary. So just a single as they smartly rotate strike. 5 for no loss, 5 balls gone. One more delivery remaining in this over. And that did it, Nick. Umpire Paul is unmoved. So it will be dot ball to end the over. So at the end of the over, it's 5 without loss at the end of 1. Let's take a look at the roster for Kings 2 as well. Kamal Gill, Karan Saini, Randeep Sehra, Raman Varg, Prabjot Singh, Vikas Sharma, Gursriman Singh, Harpreet Badshah, Jazz Gill, Jaspreet Singh Gill, who knows to take a wickets, and Gaurav Gautam. As now we see a change in end. That's hit all the way straight down the ground, and it will be the first wicket as he takes a catch. What a magnificent catch in the deep. And CCA, like they struggled during the smash and grab a little bit in the earlier stages. Saeed has to depart without disturbing the scoring as much. It's 5 for 1 at the loss of 1 wicket. Saeed just 1 run and 3 wicket, 1 run, 3 balls. And he has to rightfully go. A good catch. Straight down the ground. And as you say, there are sayings in cricket, catches win you matches. So Prabjot strikes early. And the Kings too have their early breakthrough. They have rode like kings. Yesterday it was the battle of the Kings at the smash and grab in the final. Kings 11 versus Calgary Super Kings. And as you see, Zoeb has walked into the crease. Zoeb, a veteran campaigner, 106 matches, 3,534 runs. He's the captain for the team. You saw him in the middle during the toss. He's the one who elected to bat first, so not sure if he wanted that start either. That push to the offside, it will be stopped right inside the 30-yard circle. Once again, power play in effect. So you have just 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. And that pushed off. It won't travel as far. We know the fastest outfield was at the Martindale Cricket Grounds this weekend. Inland is not as fast. So you will see some friction on the ball. It's a very hot, humid day as well. 24 degrees outside. Sun, very bare clouds. That's pushed off to the offside as well. Surya. But will get well stopped again. The fielding has been great so far. From the Kings 2 side. And we have seen the importance of fielding and this smash and grab. I'm talking about smash and grab so much because it was my first tournament covering it. It was a whole lot of great experience. And that push to the offside, that will race to the boundary. So good boundary to start of the innings for Surya. It's end of the over. It's 10 for 1 at the end of 2. So striking early was the Kings too. But they have started to put together a partnership. Zoeb and Surya with that boundary earlier on, you saw. That flick to the leg side, that will probably race as well. Another boundary. This time Zoeb joins the party, the captain. And rightfully so. If you have two batsmen going at the same time in a power play, it's all going to be magical. Zoeb on strike, this time flick to the offside. When you have a batsman that plays with skill, you are able to hit to the offside and leg side, and he did that by cutting it away beautifully. That will be stopped though once again. They'll quickly rotate, keep strike the Zoeb with the 2 runs. So even though that loss of a wicket, and that flicked again, well stopped. But that will be just a single, well stopped. Otherwise it would have been sure 4 runs. But well stopped inside the 30th circle, and then a quick shortly spilled into the outside the 30th circle. 17 for 1. Flick through the leg side again, but it will be stopped yet once again. Surya on strike now after the quick rotation of strike. Zoeb, you could see warming up. He has played now about, I would say, more than 4 games easily this weekend. CCA, they were part of the semi-finals of the smash and grab. Zoeb was all part of that. So warrior in the form of Captain Zoeb. One more delivery remaining, 19 for 1. Want to thank all our viewers who have tuned in today. If you are liking this broadcast, that straight hit, that will be the first maximum of the inning. What a beauty of strike, stepping down. Surya had no fear of playing that pace delivery. And they'll say it's one bounce into the boundary. So at the end of the over, a good start for CCA, even though losing that wicket. Couple boundaries in the books. 23 for 1 at the end of 3. This time flick to the offside, it will be kept. Oh no, misfield. That will spill outside the 30th circle. The captain for Kings 2 won't be happy with that. I thought it was going to be held within the 30th circle, but that spilled out, so Prabjot now from the other end. That's also flicked offside, but it will be safely stopped. Easy 2 runs on that first ball, and then a single in the second ball. You're watching this live on 22 Yards Network. It's the battle between the Kings 2 and the Calgary Cricket Academy. That will be stopped inside the 30-yard circle, so no run. 3 more legal deliveries to go. And if you're watching and enjoying this broadcast so far, especially my commentary, please be sure to like, share and subscribe. And invite all your friends to this broadcast. We appreciate the support. We'll have plenty more games coming this week. Another dot ball swinging on the offside. 26 for 1 at the end of 3.4 overs. 2 more legal deliveries to go. Prabjot now. That's hit to the leg side. It will travel, but not as fast as the Martindale ground. But the bowler will get, or fielder will hold a grab of it before it races away. So a couple more runs added to the score. One more delivery remaining. And that's flicked to the leg side. But it didn't have enough power or enough speed to get to the boundary. So after the 4 overs, it's at 29 for 1 at the end of 4 overs. New bowler into the attack. Will get you his numbers in just a moment. As that's slightly tapped straight down the ground. It will be cut off right at the 30-yard circle once again. It's Harpreet, the new bowler into the attack. Harpreet, 80 matches, 42 wickets. And an economy of 6.5. And that shot you could hear from the broadcast booth. But that will be a hit for a single on the leg side once again. One of the quickest outfields I have seen here is the MCJ in Calgary, the Martindale Cricket Ground. So batters like Zohaib would be still adjusting to the conditions of inland. But I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have forgotten inland conditions as well, because they play here often too. $31 for 1 at the end of 4.3 overs. Right in front, Plum, Paul denies it. Paul says no. Maybe it's going down the leg. But it was a great appeal by the wicketkeeper and the bowler. A beautiful delivery that went in swing. But umpire Paul was unmoved. And that's it all the way lofted. And a catch inside the boundary. Or actually outside the boundary, in fact. He hasn't stepped in. It's a good catch. He's staying there to confirm. And a beauty taken. So that's 2 down for CCA. In bit of shambles now. Great awareness at the boundary line. And Surya has to walk back after that short cameo. "17 of 17, 2 boundaries in that." And a new bowler strikes early. He had an LBW chance, but instead on the next delivery comes as a catch opportunity. So regardless, he strikes. So dot ball for Harpreet. After getting the dismissal of Surya, good over to end that one. A wicket and just a 2 runs. What a spell. It's 31 for 2 as Shahid walks in, the new batsman. Prabjot back into the attack. So CCA will now have to play cautiously for the next foreseeable future, because they chose to bat first and they haven't been up to the effort level as they would have hoped for. And that's a thick outside edge. That won't travel as far once again, but it will be cut off by the fielder. 2 fielders converging between it. And that's it, straight down the ground, but a drop catch. Over to the offside. A beautiful opportunity, but it won't race to the boundary regardless, so they'll feel at least confident that they saved at least maybe a couple of runs, but the catch would have been a stellar one. It was a diving one. He had to make some ground. And then the fielder in the deep cow corner protects him. Flick to the leg side. That is a chase for the ball. It will race to the boundary. So Shahid gets his first boundary of the innings. Let's take a look at Shahid. His numbers 72 matches, 1,525 runs. 1,525 runs and a strike rate of 105. Prabjot coming round the wicket. That was a wide-edge delivery. Appeal from the wicketkeeper, just in a half attempted appeal. One more delivery to go in this over. Nine runs from this over. Prabjot has been a little expensive even though he has picked up a wicket. And that edged. Umpire funny, unmoved. But the wicket-keeper was celebrating. So two created chances for Prabjot. But no luck on both. It's end of the over. It's end of the power play as well. It's 40 for 2 at the end of 6. A great catch. Right outside the boundary line. Another one goes. CCA falling like 9 pins here. And this man, it's a dangerous man, Zoheb, who cheapishly hit that onto the offside. A great catch. And CCA in bit of a trouble. Maybe you're seeing signs of a little bit of a tired squad from the smash and grab. They had a decent of a power play, but lost 3 early wickets now. 42 runs on the board, which I think is about par. If you would have gotten maybe 50, would have been ideal, but 42 is decent for an inland cricket ground. But now it's getting to see who can complete the innings, or do they get all out in between. Especially if you win the toss, you get, if you're asked to bat, You would want to try to promise an innings for your team, something that's defendable as well. Mohammad Yu, his first match in the C&DCL with the CCA, possibly a floater player, and that's defended very well. Just playing it cautiously, trying to understand who Harpreet the bowler is, because you need to get to know bowling styles. You can definitely take 1 or 2 deliveries to warm up. It will be a quick single rotate of the strike. Now it will be Shahid, pardon me, who will be the batsman to watch. He was playing well beautifully with Zohaib, but Zohaib had to depart. So Shahid and Mohammad Yu looking to build a partnership. They crucially need one, because they could be losing their way here. As that's edged to the offside, it will be cut off right inside the 30-yard circle. So, in bit of a trouble, CCA 43 for 3 at the end of 7. The two ends, Stony end and broadcast end, it's Gaurav G coming into the attack from the Stony end. Gaurav, 20 matches, 13 wickets is what he has under his belt. And that's flicked to the offside. It will be just a single, as a fielder from long on came racing down to grab a hold of that. End of the power play, meaning now it will be difficult for the CCA batsmen to score some runs. And making some field changes to adapt to that is the Kings too. That's hit straight down the ground. Will it carry to the fielder? No, it won't. It will land in between the two fielders. So maybe a lifeline for Shahid. But not the shot selection he wanted, as you can see him replaying that. So CCA batsman little clueless on how to play these inland shots. And that's straight down the ground once again. That is taken. And the wickets continue to tumble. This time it was to the left of the side screen. One chance created and you get the other one. CCA will be regretting the decision that they choose to bat first. And Shahid not happy at all. 46 for 4. A dream start for the Kings too. They're roaring like kings. And the huddle tells you all they're so impressed by the start. And they have a firepower batting lineup too, so as the score as it stands, they will have no problem chasing it. But once again, cricket is a miracle sport. We have seen teams be down 90 for 6 at the smash and grab and then get to almost 150, 160, which is a competitive total. If you're just tuning in, if you haven't liked, shared, or subscribed, please feel free to do so. We appreciate the support on behalf of 22 Yards Network. As well, we'll get to our sponsors we'll see if there is a drinks break in between. We'll get to the sponsors then, but throughout the broadcast. We appreciate the sponsors as well for tuning in. So, new man in Wakas. That's defended well. It will be a dot ball. Let's take a look at Wakas's numbers. Wakas 64 matches, 1,540 runs, and a strike rate of 112. They'll need some of that batting here tonight, or this afternoon so far, or this evening so far. Just realizing the time has just gone past 6 o'clock now here in Calgary local time. 6:36 p.m. 24 degrees, beautiful day. We had mixed bag of weather during the smash and grab, especially on Sunday night. But good to be back in some warm summer Calgary weather. Clear skies too, not too smoky or hazy, which has been a problem over the past couple of days. But I'll try not to jinx myself for the next few hours. It's 47 for 4. At the end of 8 overs, not the right decision, not the best day so far out in the middle for the CCA batsmen. Kings 2 continuing to rely with the Pacers. Looks like as Harpreet is back into the attack. Usually by the 8th over or 9th over, 8th over, 7th over, you start to see spin. But at the moment they haven't introduced it because they maybe realize that spin has created them wickets and they want to continue that. It's a brilliant tactic by the captain of Kings 2. As a match between CCA and Kings 2 continue live from the inland cricket ground, part of the LA T20 matchups in the C&DCL. Right in front, but blocked by Mohammad Yu. We'll take a look at how these matches are important for both these teams coming up in a short time. Mohammad on strike, cut off. But there is a fielder on that offside to cut it off. So Mohammad Yu sliced that one. And then there was a fielder there to cut it off. So 49 for 4, 8.3 overs, 3 more legal deliveries to go. The Kings 2 have been disciplined with their bowling so far as well. Maybe just a couple of extras. Nothing too bad. No balls. I'll try not to jinx myself, but no balls so far. And just a couple of wides, and that brings up the 50. Maybe that 50 coming a little too late than what you would have expected the CCA. But there is that mark they could celebrate, or they could look forward to as they continue to put on a score. And right in front, that got the bat first, so it won't be an LBW. It will be tapped to the offside. I'm gonna predict and say maybe they get to the 140 mark. 170, 180 is the par score here at Inland Cricket Ground. 200 at Westwinds. Sorry, Martindale, pardon me. But if you don't get to that 150 mark I was talking about, I don't think CCA will have much success chasing it either. Wakas and Mohammad, you will need a partnership right now. Then it becomes the tail enders. And still haven't introduced spin yet. It's Gaurav back into the attack, coming from the stony end. 51 for 4 at the end of 9 overs. That's out to the offside. It will be collected by that fielder near that long boundary. 52 for 4 at the end of 9.1 overs. Appreciate everybody tuning in on this Tuesday evening. And that to the offside, and it will be well cut off by the mid-wicket fielder on the offside. That's in the air. Is that a grab? No, I think it's just one bounce, but a good one-handed catch by Gaurav. These are the things that increases your team morale and team confidence. Stopping those lightning quick ones, showing that you care for the team. And Gaurav just did that. And now they smartly place a fielder right about there. And the batsman tricks them and goes to the leg side, misfield. Will come back for two smartly, Mohammad Yu. Oh, sorry, that was just a one. But at least they got a run between the wickets. It was no run for sure. So Wakas back on strike. Will come over the wicket, Gaurav. That's knocked into the leg side. Will be collected, I believe. That's Jasprit Gill on that far end. We'll see Jasprit Gill bowling some spin. I believe he's a spinner here soon. 54 for 4 at the end of 9.5. One more legal delivery to go. That almost got nicked by Mohammad Yu, but he made sure he didn't nick it. That will be the end of the 10th over. It's the halfway mark of this contest between the CCA and the Kings too. Let's take a look at the match summary. What damage have the bowlers done so far? Balakrishnan Surya, 17 of 17. Ahmed Z, 14 of 12. And Siddiq S, 10 for 10. So not much in batting power. But then Badesha H with 8 for 2. Gautam Gaurav, who we just saw bowl. And then Singh, Prabjot Singh, 20 for 1 at the end of 10 overs. Looks like we might have, for the first time this afternoon, spin into the attack. No, that's, I believe, they put as Harpreet. He He's just bowling it slower now. Harpreet, the wicketkeeper came up. That's what it tricked me without seeing the bowler's name. So we still have pace on. So apologies for that confusion. And now the wicketkeeper has moved back. A swing and a miss, that one. Left-handed batsman Mohammad Yu. And it's a tactical one, sending Mohammad Yu out and Wakas, because they're a left-hand right batsman combination. They could trick the bowling team sometimes, but it's the bowling team that's winning right now the battle. Heavily favoring the Kings too at the moment, and another swing and a miss. As the wicket-keeper moved ahead again. 3 balls gone, just a 1 run so far. What a tidy piece of over so far. CCA. Not the start you want. And does it have a neck? Umpire Paul on mood. Wicket-keeper bowler Harpreet was interested. But no, says Paul. You have seen when the Kings do create a chance for a wicket, usually the next 2 balls or the next ball is a wicket. We'll see if that happens, if that trend continues. But CCA in some dire trouble. And that's taken. Would you believe it? I just said that if you create a chance, they fall for the pressure, and that's comfortably taken. So Mohammad Yu has to walk back. Half their side is gone. Oh my, oh my. Not the start you want for the CCA. It's 55 for 5. And Captain Zoeb will be under some distress. No idea how to tackle this inland pitch. Not sure if it has been any different from since the last time we played in here. But there is something magic happening out there. It's the super fierce of the Kings 2 team. Or it's the CCA that not having a good day out there. Of course, there are days their entire team doesn't have a good day. And this is turning out to be one. Let's take a quick look at the points table while the batsman gets ready. The Kings 2 on top of the table, showing you why. And the Calgary Cricket Academy not far behind in 4th place. They're not playing like a 4th place team at all. And that shiny red helmet of Tanzil Al-Taft. He was a huge part of the smash and grab as well for 84 matches, 1,800 runs. Let's see if he can do something. But he plays it sheepishly and cheeky down the leg side. Wicketkeeper had to go run for it to grab it. But an excellent idea over just 3 runs and a wicket. It's sometimes fascinating when your predictions become correct. And it is when I said when you create a chance for a wicket, Kings 2 rose right back. And believe it or not, we don't see spin again. When do we see Jasprit Gill or Gursuman Singh? We'll have to wait for that moment. But I think it's the right move going back to pace again, because you're creating those wickets with pacers. And if you have enough pacers, that's after the offside. They'll get a much needed boundary. So Wakas is the man to watch now. And that was all the way. No bounce. A maximum. A much needed one. For a sigh of relief and to feel confident for the CCA. So they'll start off the over well. But look at that economy of Gaurav as well. Haven't been that expensive. Just this first ball went for 6. He has been one of the pick of the bowlers. We'll take a look at the bowling card at our next intermission. We'll also take a look at the batting card. 63 for 5, the CCA in front of Kings 2, where we have the live coverage for you from the inland cricket ground. That tap to the offside, it will be stopped within inside the 30-yard circle. The field placements has been right as well. They get that nudge. They move the fielder right where they need to. And catches and fieldings usually win you matches. And that's what Kings 2 have been doing so far. They've hit on all aspects of that game. Another one, but a play and a miss. Tanzil Al-Taft. He cannot go out cheaply. He's the man to watch. And he's probably the last few batters left in that dugout before the tail enders come in. 64 for 5. That with the thick inside edge. Collected well up in the air by the fielder inside the 30-yard circle. Good comeback from Gaurav. Just gave that 6. And then it has been an arithmetic equation so far. Dot one. So just the 8 runs of the over so far. Still a good over. Anything about 10 becomes a bad over on the bowling side. We'll see what he bowls the last ball. Wakas on strike. After the offside edge. Edged. And this will be one of the expensivest over we have seen. It will cut off to the boundary. So couple bounces. Missing everybody on the offside. 69 for 5 at the end of 12 overs. Let's take a look at the bowling card. Just Gill. Two for 18, no wickets taken. Prabjot Singh, 3 for 20, 1 wicket taken. That economic at 6.67. Harpreet, 4 overs completed his spell, 11 runs, 3 wickets. Look at that beauty. And looks like now we see the introduction of spin. Jasprit Singh Gill is coming into the attack. We'll see what a spin after offer. He floats that well high. That will be a wide, just a demo delivery. Didn't execute that ball really well. But one extra now, 70 for 5. Let's see, this is the over. Al-Taft targets. Floats it again, another wide. So now does the dynamics change? You were having such a good time with pace out there. Now you wanted to see spin. Starts off with 2 extras. Floats that one. Straight up in the air. Does it? Goes all the way. Yes, it does. A maximum 6 runs. What a beauty strike from Altaf coming down the crease. And dispatching it. So definitely this is gonna be the over that they target. And that's after the offside. Will be Oh, they'll come back for 2. Beautiful running between the wickets. Altaf back on strike. Already 10 runs of just the 2 balls now. Another strike. Altaf goes big. He delivers. And that's another 6. This over will boost the confidence. He is striking at everything he gets. He much needed this over. The CCA wanted this over. Because if you look at the dugout, half of the team kind of looks a bit deflated. But this should bring some clapping hands. 85 for 5. 3 more deliveries still to go. That behind. That won't travel as far though. Think outside-ish edge. And Wakas will get strike back. Hope you are enjoying this broadcast so far. If you haven't already, like, share and subscribe and invite all your friends to watch. As we have this entertaining cricket match live from the Inlet Cricket Ground. The CCA had some trouble converting those runs. But this over, the introduction of spin has changed that around. An expensive over. Taps it quickly. Wakas will come back for strike for the next over. It's end of that over. Maybe Kings don't want to forget that over. They'll remember the rest of the innings so far. But they'll want to forget that over. It's 87 for 5 at the end of 13 overs. Taking a look at the batting card, Surya had a short cameo of 17. Zohaib Ahmed, short campaign of 14. Sahid Siddiqui, 10 runs. The rest not much impacting the scoring at all. Now it's to watch for Altaf, who's at 18 for 7. And then Wakas Khan at 18 for 14. So Wakas Khan going a little slower. And handing over the duties to Altaf, and rightfully so, as we see another bowling change, back to pace. They know Kings too, that's how they get the wickets. And that's hit to the leg side. That will race to the boundary. On the far long on. Good shot, that one. Picked it up really well. And Wakas setting the tone early on in the first ball of this over. And that's the kind of start they wanted to get. Boundaries right off the hop. But then their wickets when falling. And now Kings too in search for a wicket this time, as now both Tanzil, Altaf and Wakas tries to put a partnership together. Good comeback from Gaurav after that boundary. In that first ball, 1-2, 1-2, another arithmetic sequence. We saw many of that during the smash and grab. One more ball to go, pardon me. That's stupidly hit to the offside. It will be the end of the over, 98 for 5. A bit much of a better going in the middle half for the CCA. Taking a look at that over by over chart. The 13th over was the most expensive one. Introduction of spin, Jasprit Singh Gill. We'll see if he sees the ball again. But the pace has been doing so well for the Kings too. And as I mentioned, that looks like we'll see Gursriman Singh, another spinner, into the attack. Looks like they might not have much bowling options left in for pace because they've consistently used them. We'll take a one look at the bowling card later on. Thanks to our sponsors, Robinson Sports, Kookaburra Sports Balls, Sherbot Juices, OP Lawyers, Imtiaz Hafiz, Power Physiotherapy. And if you want to advertise with us, contact our 22 Yards Network team. We always appreciate the like and support. And right in front, Gursriman Singh with an appeal. But that may be a little too high. Umpire Paul unmoved in that opportunity. Workers on strike. Goes down the crease. It will be covered off by the fielder on the long on. One more run to get to that 100 mark. Much needed for the CCA considering their start. Slog sweeps it. Will just go few meters outside of the 30-yard circle. A single brings up the 100. 100 for 5 at the end of 14.3 overs. 3 more legal deliveries to go from Gursimran. A great tidy over so far. That over to the offside, but it will be stopped yet once again at the 30-yard circle. They have smartly placed the fielders, the Kings. Wherever the ball goes to, but this time will the ball go to a fielder? No, it won't. Signal 6. It's gone all the way. Wakas swimming along really well. 33 of 22 balls. 2 4s and 2 6s. A much needed cameo for the CCA team considering their start. Down to the offside, it will spill out of midfield. Will that travel all the way? Yes, it did. It crossed the boundary line, looks like. So another boundary. So spin is not an option for Kings too. Pace has been the promising factor. At the end of the over, it's 110 for 5. Change of hands for Jasprit Singh Gill. His first over was expensive, 18 runs coming off that. What the CCA wanted and got. The spin hasn't really worked. Five more overs to go in this innings. It has been a quick one, to say none the least. And now those discussions starts, because they want to produce some wickets. The Kings too. They were doing that on a regular basis at the top of the innings. But right now, it has been the other way around. This Kings have been. It was Kings producing those wickets. CCA couldn't produce any runs. Now it's the CCA producing some runs. And the Kings too struggling to get some wickets. That's how I wanted to phrase that. 110 for 5, straight on the ground, and it will be a stumping. Is it a stumping? But umpire Paul unmoved, saying he made his ground back in time. Altaf. Both the batsmen wearing caps now, because it's much more easier to hit those spin options. They're much slower deliveries, so you don't need those helmets. And the stumps getting a quick fix after that lightning stumping. By the wicketkeeper and captain Randeep. $110 for 5. That all the way down. That will converge in between the two fielders. Good stop before it, racing to the boundary though. But it landed in no man's land. Altaf back on strike with the double. 112 for 5 now. I tried to swing it away. A swing and gone. That will go all the way to the boundary. That was a maximum too. Altaf, he knew the moment it was gone. A maximum. A sweep of that ball. 2 more deliveries to go. Spin hasn't been the best of the options for the Kings, and that will race to the boundary as well. Thought the fielder had stopped that, but it will trickle past the boundary. So this partnership stand has been one to remember for the CCA. 67 of 30. Look at that. And Captain Zoeb will be a little pleased with that. Stopped inside the 30-yard circle. A dot ball to end the over. A single to end the over. Another expensive one from Jasprit Singh Gill. 123 for 5 at the end of 16 overs. And now maybe 160 is possible. I said right around 150. 160 is definitely possible. We'll see what's going to be the stake. Back-to-back spin now. No, they have changed their minds. Gursimran Singh originally had the ball, but they're looking to go back with pace. Interesting choice. We saw that maybe one set smash and grab where we had a bowler ready to go, but then quickly last minute heart of change of mind. And returning to pace means Wakas also has to get his helmet back. Umpire Paul letting them know that they'll need the helmet for surely. And facing a pace bowler. Jazz Gill, the left-arm pacer who we saw earlier on, gets the ball back. He will have the honor to bowl this over. Maybe a pivotal one to decide and see if they can get up to 160 the CCA. As of right now, a strong shot. But that will stay within inside the 30-yard circle, so just a single. We haven't seen much of overthrows from the Kings 2 side either, which means they have done really well within the field. Martindale Cricket Ground was a bit of a mess for those overthrows and misfields. Wakas on the leg side down the road, but it will be one bounce into the hands of the fielder at the long on. Back to Altaf on strike. Altaf loves it. It's gone the distance. It's a maximum. Right into near where our comp box is. What a shot. He moves to up to his 40s. 42 of 18. He's the man to watch. 233 strike rate. 4 sixes, 1 4. And what an innings this has been. One he'll remember if the CCA gets above the par score. They're done the ground. But it will be stopped right inside the 30-yard circle yet once again. One more delivery remaining. 9 runs of the over. One more delivery to go. Slog sweeps it to the leg side. Will the fielder be able to cut it off? No, it races for the boundary. Another good 10 plus over for the CCA. They move to 136 for 5. So now 150, even 160s on the scorecards. What a comeback for them. This has been a great partnership, up to 80 now. And man, oh man, what a turn of events. Kings 2 captain wouldn't be happy, because they all had the momentum at the beginning. And now it's the CCA that has the momentum. Captain and wicketkeeper Randeep will be shaking his head a little. He thought he was going to have the best day. But now it's Altaf and Wakas showing whose best day it is. That's it all the way. High up in the air. That won't be fielded. That will race to the boundary again. It's just a matter of if it was a 6. Yes, it is. It's gone all the way. Moves to 142. What a brilliant innings this one. From Altaf to moves to 49. They wouldn't be able to get to where they are right now with the way they played at the beginning. But kudos to both these batsmen. And looks like they want a bit of a drinks break. It's hot. It's humid. 26 degrees now. Here at the Inlet Cricket Ground. I myself am sitting in the com box. It's hot and humid with the sun rising. But hopefully everybody watching at home is staying cool. The next will be wrapped up shortly, but before that, it's hit all the way again. Another boundary. Now we can look at more than 160, now 170s on the cards. Another 6. It's a smash the bung contest. 2 6s. Altaf moves to 55. And man oh my, what a great batsman he is. 55 of 22. He knows the job is not done, so his celebration is short-lived. Another shot after the offside. Will that be able to cut off? Good fielding. Good fielding at the boundary line. But they'll come back for at least 2. 14 runs in the 3 balls so far. 150 up. Now looks like 170 is even possible. That all the way. That's lofted. That's gone. Another 6. Umpire funny indicating it's a 6. Altaf 63 of 24. This is a remarkable comeback from the CCA. Another shot, another lob, but this might be in the hands. No, it's gone. It's misfielded, didn't take the catch. It's gone again. Look at that. 26 runs of this over. 162 now. Now let's even talk about 180 now. 180, 190, maybe 200. Why not? 26 runs of this over. Look at Gursimran. Not his best day. He's been hit all over the park. And that will be a ball without a boundary. Another quick 2 singles. And almost looks like we might have had an overthrow. But what an excellent over. 20 runs of economy for Gursimran. And not ideal at all. Probably wicketkeeper Captain Randeep is clueless at the moment. Because that's not how they started this innings. They have completely turned this around, the CCA. And if that catch was taken, maybe Altaf would be back in the pavilion and maybe 10-15 runs short. But he leaves another day. He moves to 71. Waqas still at 42. He has slowed down a bit to give it to Altaf. 2 more overs to go. They brought back pace. So one thing that CCA will keep in mind is pace is the one to go. Spin hasn't worked at all for Kings too. And that's lofted. That's onto the offside, but it will land safely into the fielder at long on. Will be just a single. Altaf back on strike. 164 for 5. 165. Sorry that they have made the single now. We'll wait for the scorecard to be updated. That's straight down the ground. Another single. And this might be the over that they may play cautiously. Because they want runs. But at the same time, they don't want to lose both Altaf and Waqas, who is out there in the middle. They played a brilliant knock so far. And And really, no, Casey said that's dispatched. That's gone on the leg side. It will be another maximum into the parking lot, into the baseball field. And both these two batsmen are unstoppable. From the time they came on, they have done the maximum damage. You're watching a spectacular innings. 3 more balls this delivery to go and then 1 more over. We talked about how 200 wasn't even possible, and now 200 is definitely looking in the cards. That's one bounce fielded straight down the ground. Back to Altaf on strike. I'm losing my voice a little bit with all this excitement, but we are here to carry on. And that's it to the offside. Will it be taken safely? No, it will cross the boundary line. Couple bounces. A 4. Altaf moves to 76. 177 for 5. 1 more ball to go. As you can see that face on Randeep, he doesn't know what's happening, but he's giving his praises to the bowler regardless. 1 more ball to go down the leg side. That will land safely, just a 1 run. So it looks like Altaf will be on strike for the last over. It's matter who gets the penultimate over. If it's a spin bowler, guarantee it's going for runs. If they have a pacer available, they might be able to reduce it to at least 10 runs. It's 178 for 5. We are looking at maybe 185, 190. I think Altaf and Waqas just check with the umpire Paul for the scorecard, because I believe they do written scorecards as well, just confirming the scores. Because they'll need that, they'll keep in mind that, because from where they were, this wasn't even possible. They could have been all out for what they were at. But gotta give a bow to both these batsmen. On the other hand, Waqas has also made his 50. Came in a little slower. 50 of 28, 4 fours and 3 sixes. Okay, final over. I believe this is Prabjot. Yes, it is Prabjot. Ball swing and a miss, looks like. No, that's gifted. That's gone for 6. I thought he swinged and missed that one, but it's too sunny to see clearly where the ball went, but the funny has indicated a 6, so moves to 83 Altaf. 184 for 5. And another shot. Dispatched. But it lands in safe hands of a fielder, so Altaf has to walk back. It was dispatched, but got safely into the hands of the fielder. So Altaf has to walk back, so maybe now 10-run shot is the CCA, but what a remarkable comeback this was. Not much of celebration from Kings too either. We saw they were so pumped up. 83 of 31. 267 strike rate. The dugout is clapping now, as I said. They looked defeated at one point, but now they have a fighting score in their hands. An opportunity for a new batsman to come and try. Abdullah is the next man in. $184 matches, 5,000 runs. Look at that. Another batting power. Would he have liked to come in earlier on? We'll find out. But that's hit towards the leg side. It will be just a single. Three more deliveries remaining. Want to thank everybody who has tuned in so far live on 22 Yachts Network. If you're enjoying this broadcast, if you're enjoying this commentary by me, be sure to share, like and subscribe, because this has been a stellar innings. And that's off to the offside. That was misfielded. It will race to the boundary, and yes, it will cross the boundary. So boundary for Wakas. Moves to 189. Two more deliveries to go. 200 is still in the cuts, although he'll need 2 sixes though. That's the target, to get to at least 201. What 189 would still be sufficient if you have lethal pace deliveries. Prabjot coming over the wicket, wide ball, extra delivery, he'll have to bowl. Moves it to 190. Now 10 runs needed for the 200 mark. Still looking at about 2 sixes, but a 6 and a 4 will do as well. Prabjot. That's swept onto the leg side. But that will be stopped right at the 30-yard circle, so they won't get to 200. It will be a dot ball. Wakas will try to launch this one. He's aiming for it. He's practicing it. Is 200? Is at least 196 on the cuts. No, 196 is not on the cards. It's a swing and a miss. It won't matter though. $196 for 6 is what the CCA will manage to get. What a comeback. Great efforts by Wakas and Altaf. They did what they had to do, and they got it done. Let's look at that batting card once again. Surya Balakrishna, Zoeb Ahmed and Sahid Siddiq started off a little quietly, but they got a small cameo in. Syed Mohammed couldn't do much, and Mohammad Usama couldn't do much as well. But then look at that. Wakas Khan 54 of 31. Altaf and Tanzil 83 of 31. And then Abdullah Hassim a short cameo of 1 run just to give Wakas back on strike. And as you can see, that huddle from Kings too, I'm sure they're not happy at all. This is not the way they started. They looked for a dream start. They got it, but then everything fell apart. After the 5th wicket, here's a look at the bowling card. Jasgill, the most expensive one as a fast bowler, given up 45 runs in the 4 overs. Prabjot Singh, not bad, 8 runs, 8 economy, 4 overs, 32 runs and 2 wickets taken. Harpreet was the pick of the bowlers, and they'll be so thankful of him. An economy of 2.75, 3 wickets and 11 runs, so beauty. And then Gaurav Gautam 4 for 30 and a wicket. And then the 2 spinners, Jasprit Singh Gill and Gurshreman Singh, was the contributor of the damage. Look at that, no wickets taken, and then 31 and 40 respectively. So here's the summary as we head to an innings break, a much needed one for the Kings to regroup. And Tanzil Altaf 83 of 31, Khan with a 54 of 31, Wakas Khan that is, and then Surya Balakrishnan with a short cameo of 17 of 17. Harpreet was the pick of the bowlers, and then Prabjot Singh and then Gautam Gaurav will step aside for a break. And when we come back, we will see if the CCA can defend their 191. or will the Kings 2, can they chase this down? You're watching 22 Yards Network. My name is Bin Anand, bringing in this coverage of the first half. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the chase. the chase is on. We are in for an exciting one here at the inland cricket ground. Thanks for joining us and spending this. The sun is hiding behind the clouds for the moment. Aftab, he was a huge part of the smash and grab. He is the first bowler into the attack, and Karan was originally on strike but will get a quick single to get off the mark. Nine matches, 13 wickets for Aftab. Believe he was one of the bowlers that was dealing with a bit of hamstring injury during smash and grab. But he came out for his team and bowled the entire few overs. And that's dispatched. What a first welcome boundary. And that's a maximum 2 all the way gone. And a massive strike for the first ball. This is what CCA wanted as a start. But didn't get it. Kamal G. You see that runs 62 matches, 940 runs. And a strike rate of 103. So Kamal G after a roaring start. Like the Lions roars. And the Kings roar. You're watching this live on 22 Yards Network. If you enjoyed this broadcast so far, or if you're just joining us, it's a matchup between the CCA and the Kings too. CCA had a very struggling start, but then Wakas and Tanzil Altaf changed their dynamics. And now the Kings too need a whooping 190. $192 to win, or 191 perhaps. 190 was the final score. Just had to double check my mat there, right in front. A swing and a miss, but a good swing there by Aftab. Kamal G on strike. Karan as his partner in crime. And that tapped off to the offside. It will be protected inside the 30-yard circle. So good comeback by Aftab after giving that 6 up. Let's take a look at Karan's numbers as well. 2 matches, 12 runs. And up to 13 now with that single taken on in the first ball. And that swing, that will travel all the way. It's a boundary. So good dream start for the Kings too. They had a dream start in their bowling. And now having a dream start in the batting. 13 runs of that first over. Required run rate drops down to 9.37. It's 13 for the loss of no wicket at the end of first over. The sun keeps popping in and out, and as sooner as we have seen, You've seen a spin introduced into the attack. Abhishek Barth. Abhishek Barth now into the attack. He was given nickname by Vibhor Bajaj, one of my colleagues. Abhishek Heartbreaker Barth. And we'll see if he can do that, but that will race away. That will go to the boundary, skipping all the fielders, including the gully and the slip. So good outside edge for Kamal. He's taking on the responsibility of getting this done. And what a start for Kings too. Couple of boundaries in the first over. And now starts off with a boundary. You couldn't ask for a much better start. As Kamal now. That's off to the leg side. That will be stopped inside the 30-yard circle. Just a single. Back to Karan. Umpire Funny and Paul officiating the game today. They both wear a huge role in this smash and grab as well. And that a thick offside edge, but that won't race. It doesn't have much speed, it will be cut off. Outside the 30-yard circle. Towards the backward point. Moves quickly up to 20 runs. That required run rate keeps dropping down below. From the start for Kings 2. And that's right in front, plumb. We haven't gotten any LBW appeals today. And given. A bit of a late one right in front for Karan. And CCA gets to celebrate their first wicket. Maybe it was a little too high, that's why the hesitation. But then Funny gives it a shot after that. So first blow what CCA wanted. And now do we see a twist in the tail? Karan has to walk back dejected. 7 runs for 4, a short cameo, 1 boundary. And CCA strikes early. And rightfully named Abhishek Heartbreak Barth. New batsman in. We'll see who that is once the scorecard has been updated. But Abhishek ready to bowl the next ball. Through the leg side. Just a single. So good comeback after being hit for that boundary for Abhishek. Just a 7 runs and a wicket. Raman Work is the new batsman and we'll get a look at his numbers shortly, but right in front that got blocked. Almost an unlucky one and they'll give it a wide. Not sure if the wicketkeeper managed to get a hold of it, but that went down leg side definitely. And that a cheeky one, edged and stopped right inside the 30-yard circle. So Abhishek creates a wicket. They move up to 22 for 1, the Kings 2. At the end of 2 overs, still comfortable with the required run rate and current run rate. And Raman 214 matches, 3,000 runs. And then a strike rate of 94.52. Aftab back into the attack. He's been a warrior. And his teammates, I'm sure, is appreciating all what he has done to contribute to his team, including at the smash and grab. Kamal now on strike. Tapped into the offside will be a dot ball. Actually, yeah, dot ball. Raman is now on strike. The dot ball pressure is something Kings soon need to watch out for. And that off to the leg side will be just a single. Well fielded at the sweeper cover alongside boundary. They managed to get a quick double. Right in front, thick edge. But the wicketkeeper misses it. That will race all the way. And he apologizes for that. But Aftab gives a commanding clap as well. So lucky Raman leaves another day. It was a good chance for a catch. But couldn't grab a good hold of that. So boundary for Raman right off the bat. He steps down, swings and misses that one. "28 for 1, two more legal deliveries to go after that word dot." This is scoring, catching up a bit late. As you're watching this live on 22 Yards Network. Right towards the leg side. Does that have enough power to cross the boundary? No, it won't. It will be cut off. They'll get at least a couple of runs, maybe looking for 3. And they'll comfortably get 3. That's well running, especially you need to do that during power plays. The more you can run, the more you put on the board. You give the pressure for the bowling team. They rightfully did that. 3 runs added to that. 1 more ball to go. Kamal on strike. A swing and a miss. The score moves quickly up to 31. I believe the CCA were at 40 only by the time the power play came. So well ahead of the scoring right now is the Kings 2. 31 for 1 at the end of 3 overs. And as you can see on that warm chart, definitely ahead. Lost the wicket about at the same pace. But they have climbed up steeper as the balls have gone by, and looks like Abhishek is going to be coming back into the attack. So Abhishek considered one of the main bowlers. It took a while for Kings 2 to introduce spin, rightfully so, because they trusted in the pace. Abhishek Bhatt, 9 runs, 1 wicket in his first over. We'll see what he has to offer. Does he have more wickets? He was a wicket-taking weapon during the smash and grab tournament. We'll see if he can do that continuously here. Raman tapped into the offside. It will be just a single. Kamal now. Straight down the ground. That will go flying, but it won't be enough for a boundary. It will be at least a single. So smartly rotating strike, trying to see what Abhishek is worth. They don't need to take risks now. They have enough of wickets. They are comfortable with the required run rate as well. So right now, no need to take the risk unless it's needed to. That play down the leg side, it will be another single. And maybe this, they know that from smash and grab he's a wicket taker, so maybe realizing his potential and maybe saving it for the rest of the bowlers is what they could do. Kamal on strike. And the swing and a miss, a stumping chance, a lightning quick one, but not given by Paul on the leg side. Umpire Funny trying to see if he should come and help with the stumps, but the wicketkeeper reset him manually. So all for all good, a dot ball for Abhishek. 2 more balls to go. That's hit all the way onto the offside. Does it race? It has the power. Yes, it does. It races. It's a boundary. A welcome boundary for Kamal. It's well striked. 1 more ball to go. 38 for 1. 3.5 overs. And that messing everything. The stumps. We'll see if he got a bat into it. But that will be cheapishly swept behind. We'll wait for the signal. What it is, they'll say it's run. So right off the bat. So Mr. Wicketkeeper, Mr. Stumps. It's end of the over. Right about the stage when they were within the power play. The Kings, CCA. In the first innings, the Kings to have reached. It's 40 for 1 at the end of 4. And the sun has gone back to hiding inside the clouds again, so gotten a little darker within the grounds. But still a nice 26-degree day here in Calgary. If you're just joining us live on 22 Yards Network, we're broadcasting live from the Ellen Cricket grounds. So if you're here to watch, welcome. If you're watching online from home, from the comfort of your home, hope you're enjoying this broadcast. As that's it to the leg side. That will travel to the boundary. Brings up to 44. Couple bounces past the boundary line. And the Kings do well continuing their chase. And that was a good catch by Zoeb, taken inside the 30-yard circle, and they have got a lifeline back. It's 48 for 2 now at the end of 4.5 overs. Saeed got hit for a boundary in the first ball, but he has come back really beautifully right after that. So CCA playing really well, backing up what the match they left at the beginning few overs. They batted well towards the end, and now grabbing a couple of early wickets. Maybe there is a twist in the tail. We'll find out. 48 for 2. One more legal delivery in this over left. Randeep now on strike. Randeep, 231 matches, 6,000 runs, a great veteran. And that's a swing and a miss. End of the over. It's 48 for 2 at the end of 5. Almost a misfield, but the wicketkeeper really aware about it. And Zohib is coming in the middle to chat, to discuss and plan who his next bowler is going to be. Kamal. On strike, Mohammad Yu into the attack, introducing spin now. And that's a wide delivery. Well outside the tram line. Wide again. I think he wants to bowl it way outside, so the batsman will be forced to step out, and the wicketkeeper could do a stumping. But just going way too wide on that opportunity, and he has to re-bowl that again. Kamal G on strike. That's tapped forward, but it will be a dot ball. It's a good follow back. To the offside, and that will be taken. A good catch right inside the 30-yard circle. Place the fielder right there ahead. And obviously, this is the power play, so good strike early. CCA making something out of this game. Kings 2 falling like in bit of a deep trouble. Kamal has to walk back. A good little cameo. 20 of 15. 2 4s and 1 6. He will have to walk back. This is the start the CCA wanted also possibly. When bowling, but have they given a little too much runs in the power play? We'll find out if that has a context, but Mohammad Yu strikes as a new campaigner for CCA. We'll see how much more useful he can be. That's off to the offside as well. Is that edged? But that will just miss the fielder. Almost a drop catch as well. But the sun is bright yet once again, so I don't fault him at all. They've done a brilliant job so far, taking down 3 wickets. Randeep is still the man to watch, right there. And then Vikas is the man who has walked in on the other end. Randeep still yet to get his account started. Randeep on strike, swings it across, back behind. That will be a single. Almost thought that was going to be stopped at the 30-yard circle. But that's built back behind. Randeep now. Down the offside now, that also misfielded. I have to watch out for these few misfields that have been happening, spilling outside the 30-yard circle. That could be the difference of CCA winning or losing this match. One more ball to go in this over. And that's swept to the leg side. That will travel for a boundary. So good one to end the over for Kings too, but they lost a wicket too in that within the power play. They're 59 for 3 at the end of 6. Saeed now into the attack. Vikas facing the strike. Vikas hits it all the way. It's lofted. It's dispatched for a 6. The fielder for CCA didn't know where it landed. It's a huge maximum. Still searching for the ball. It's thick grass here at inland. It was a huge one. We'll see if they will have extra balls to play with. But we'll take a quick breather. It looks like they found it, so won't need a quick breather. Really well struck that one by Vikas. Much important start to the over. And that run rate you see sitting magically high at near 11 runs per over. And that's slog sweep to the leg side. It will be just a single. Oh no, they were quick. They got two. That's wonderful running. Because I don't have a great vantage view. My blindside spot of my box is covering it, and that's lofted yet once again. That will travel the distance. It will be another maximum. So this is a wonderful sequence to start this over. 6-2-6. And Vikas. He has moved to a 15 of 4. He's almost playing like Chris Gale style now. 375 strike rate. Swing and a miss that one, but will that be a wide? It went down like so, but it was near him through though. A dot ball. So it probably went through him, near him. Run rate around the 11 runs per over. Zoe is at the deep mid wicket, and that's swept swiftly onto the leg side. One more ball to go. One more ball remaining. The sun keeps dipping in and out in between these clouds. Up to 22 degrees now, so it has cooled down a little bit, which the players will obviously appreciate. So at the end of the over, it's 75 for 3 at the end of 7. Jigesh is into the attack. That's slog swept onto the leg side. It will be stopped right before the boundary. Just a single. $76 for 3 at the end of 7.1. 5 more deliveries to go. Vikas is on strike. He has been a super striker so far for the Kings too. His cameo was much needed. They still need 115 though. The Kings too, as they continue the chase. With that run rate, not a worry at all at the moment. Vikas. Straight down the ground, well fielded by Jigesh. It's fielded inside the 30-yard circle at mid-wicket on the offside. Just one run so far, a tidy over. Vikas on strike. We'll have more matches for you on 22 Yards Network throughout the rest of the season. So be sure to share, like and subscribe and invite all your friends to come and watch. Two more deliveries to go. That's tapped into the leg side. The fielder from deep long will come and grab a hold of that. One more ball to go. $77 for 3 now. And that is swing and a miss. It will be saved, not wide. Randeep asking for that wide, but it will be a good dot ball, just the 2 runs. It's a different contrast we have seen from the Kings to bowlers, spin bowlers, and CCA. They have done really well, Abhishek and now Jigesh. It's end of the over. It's 77 for 3. That was a swing and a miss and a quick lightning stumping. But Vikas had his leg back safely in the crease. I don't think he was moved at all. So Funny, umpire Funny is unmoved. It's Tanzil Altaf, the man who can do everything. Batting and bowling. Comes into the attack. "84 matches for him, 137 wickets. Look at that wicket column. I would say he's a bowler to watch for the CCA. They'll need a couple more quick wickets to get back into this game. And the Kings too have certainly slowed down a little. Look at that run rate. They were at 11 1 point. Now it's dropped down to 9.43. So well done by the CCA to put them in a bit of a handcuff situation. 77 for 3. Couple more balls to go. 4 balls to be exact. Looks like Altaf is going round the wicket to the left-handed batsman Randeep, wicket keeper, captain batsman. That's straight down the ground. It's lofted. That will travel the distance. It will be a maximum. Well struck that one by Randeep. Moves up the run rate to 9.88 as the Kings continue to try to chase this one down. And looks like another case of ball gone missing. So we'll take a quick breather. And looks like the ball has been found. Quick find again. 84 for 3. 3 more balls to go. Up to 7 runs in this over so far. Beauty strike again. Straight down the ground more. Another 6. This is some striking from Randeep, the captain. He's showing why he's the leader of the team. Another maximum. Ball signaling that. So back-to-back sixes. Randeep moves up to a quick cameo of 22. Look at that strike rate, 244. Down the ground again. Dispatch yet once again. This time on the far side. 6, 6, 6. Oh my word. This has turned around the chase of the game. Moves that run rate back to 10.87. What a beauty. Trying something new now, Altaf. That's a flighted delivery. That will spill outside the 30-yard circle. But we'll come back for 2 and that's a run out. Is that a run out? Umpire funny unmoved. Umpire Paul unmoved. Was a chance to get Randeep out. But looks like he might survive another day. 2 runs completed. 98 for 3. The Kings too are back in this chase. At the end of 9 overs, it's 98 for 3. Here's a look at that batting card for you. It was a quick stay for Karan Saini. But then look at that, Kamal and Raman for a short stint, 20 and 19. And then look at between these two, Vikas Sharma, who has slowed down a little bit. But Randeep Sehra, the captain and wicketkeeper, the man who can do it all. Now the leg side, right at the long on, will get a fielder back for a single. That's off to the offside. Will it race to the boundary? No, it won't. Just a couple runs. And that will bring up the 100 for the team. 102 for 3. overs are gone. Here's a summary for you so far. 86 needed from 10 for the Kings 2. Still gettable. But they have lost 3 wickets down. But Randeep Sahra and Vikas Sharma controlling things in the middle. Gill gone for a quick 20. And Usama Javed has been the pick of the bowler so far. Then Abhishek Bhatt, who is to be known as the heartbreaker, Abhishek Bharta, and then Mohammad S. But looks like we are back to spin bowling now. As Zohaib, the captain, is ready to roll his arm. We'll look at it. Oh, he's a medium pacer. That's high up in the air. He gets a wicket. What a chance. What a decision to bring the captain and strike. He strikes right away. And Vikas has to walk back. The set batsman. What a beauty of catch. It went right up in the air. No mistake by the wicketkeeper. And all of a sudden, we might have another twist in the tail. And when you create chances, it happens naturally. We saw that in the first innings. And Vikas has to go back. Randeep will need a new support batsman in the middle. Who is that gonna be? We'll find out. .105 for 4. Zoeb pulling things a little bit back for the CCA. They could still win it if they won now. Because they need 6 wickets though. But they just need to put pressure now. It's Harpreet. He will edge it. It will go all the way. 4-4. Well struck. Came in. Outside edge. Gone to the boundary. So welcoming Zohaib into his attack. That down the ground as well. A stop right outside the 30-yard circle. 109 for 4. 3 more balls remaining. 81 still needed. 9 more overs to go. This could be a nail-biting finish. It was at one point not even gonna be a close one. We thought Kings 2 would be in for an easy one. But kudos to Zoeb, who is bowling right now, and Wakas. Changing their fortune. He is having a brilliant day out there, Zoeb. And is Randeep okay? He might have gotten on the side ribs or something, asking for water, or maybe on the jaw perhaps. Hopefully he's okay, because if he is injured, it's not a good sign, because he's been carrying the innings for Kings too. Bit of water should do the trick. So we'll take a quick breather. Looks like Randeep is alright. That will be a way wide delivery. So Zoe will have to bowl that over again. Tidy one so far, just a 5 runs. I think any over, if you concede less than 10 runs, it's a perfect over for Kings 2. CCA, who's bowling now. And the swing and a miss, a good dot ball. Randeep on strike. Just missed timing those shots. We'll see if that jaw is going to affect him and thing. But that's high up in the air. But that will land safely and it will race. Not enough speed for the boundary. But it will be a double. And Zoeb appreciating that fielding effort at the back end. Just 2 runs in that last ball. It's 113 for 4 at the end of 11 overs. Jigesh back into the attack. It will be a wide delivery. CCA to maybe have to be a bit mindful of these extras. Because that's what could cost you the game. Because that run rate, if you look, current run rate 10.36, so easily achievable for the Kings too still. A quick lightning stumping, but safely back in the creases Harpreet. And now Randeep having a chat with Randeep with Harpreet. To make sure he still remains in the crease because their partnership is vital now. That's up in the air. It will land safely in between the two fielders. And a chance for a run out, but it won't hit the stumps. So that one stayed up in the air for a bit. But landed safely in between the two. 115 for 4. That's a massive hit. That's a biggie. But that's taken. Safe pair of hands. Judged well. And is this another twist in the innings? It's Randeep that has to walk back. The captain, the wicket keeper, the batsman. CCA has more to celebrate. Does this become a tall of a ask for Kings too? Randeep has to go. He was a well-settled batsman. 34 of 18. CCA in a huddle to celebrate. A new lifeline for CCA now. They have trust in their bowling. And slowly falling apart is the Kings too, even though this could have been an easy target. They might reflect on this game back. And I believe this could be the first loss if that happens for Kings too this season. CCA might be proud of that, honestly. But But we'll find out. Cricket is a miracle sport. I don't want to jinx anything at the moment. But in the driver's seat is now the CCA. Three more balls to go this over. That's a swing and a miss. And a dot ball. Adding more pressure to that scorecard. Another swing and a miss. It will bounce in front of the stumps. Luckily won't hit it. As Prabjot trying to save his day out there. Two dot balls. One more ball to go this over. Harpreet has a tall task. Prabjot has a tall task now. 76 needed in the 8 overs. 3 dot balls to end the over. What a clean over. Just a 2 runs end the wicket, and that's how you bowl a death over. It's end of the over. 115 for 5. That bowling card looks alright. Altaf Tanzil was the most expensive. And the most economical, Jigesh, look at that. 3.67 economy. 11 runs and 1 wicket just given in his 3 overs. Fantastic stuff. This looks like Zoeb is back into the attack. He produced a wicket in his first ball and a thick inside edge. That could have been gone again. But Harpreet will live to see another day. $116 for 5. 5 more deliveries to go. Zoeb. And could have nicked that Prabjot, but Prabjot now under scoreboard pressure. 4 dot balls. He hasn't opened his account yet. That pressure might be mounting. What is the next strategy for Kings 2? And that will race back behind. It will be just a single though. And a misfield. Zoeb not happy with that. Could he hold the ball himself? They'll get 2 runs quickly back. So Prabjot remains on strike. Three more balls to go. Another swing and a miss. Prabjot not being able to play Zoeb. These are so much important, valuable dot balls. Now the required run rate is more than the current run rate. Another swing and a miss. Good over by Zoeb. Just the 3 runs. This is how you bowl death overs. And Zoeb himself is delivering that. Is almost as economical as Jigesh has been. CCA. What a day they are having in the middle. Just at start they want to forget. Everything else being textbook perfect. Everything else. 7 more overs to go. 72 needed. And now Kings 2 in a bit of trouble. Look at that dip in the warm. Definitely slow down the innings. Batsman asking for the scorecard as well. They'll now have the target on mind. Jigesh will complete his final over of the spell. Let's see if he'll be as economical. That's it, up in the air. Jigesh is underneath it. He'll take the catch. That's another wicket down for Kings 2. CCA having a party in the field. Prabjot has to go. He was a set batsman, or at least getting set. And now they are in the tail enders now. This game is now for CCA to lose. 3 runs, 9 balls for Prabjot. Jigesh, a well-judged catch, it changed directions for a bit. And well taken in the end. So Captain Zoe would be happy. The dugout looks happy. CCA put together a well-effort comeback. You would have thought the Kings 2 would have the superpower to chase down 190. But looks like it isn't their day. So Jigesh gets his second wicket. This is terrific bowling by CCA. Made all sorts of pressure. And now that required run rate has climbed up. Tap to the offside. Well inside the 30-yard circle. We haven't seen much of striking power as well. No boundaries in a while. This has definitely slowed down the pace and the excitement of the innings. It's the CCA that is holding power now. And miscommunication, yes, no in the middle. But safely will get back to the crease. 120 for 6. And that's well stopped. Inside the 30-yard circle, getting all the applause. We'll get a quick rotation again, and Jigesh. Just a 2 runs and the wicket so far. Still 2 balls to go though. Jas Gill is on strike, the left-arm pacer. Almost had a chance to grab the wicketkeeper, but that goes just past him. 1 more ball to go. W1.1. What's the final ball gonna be? Misses everything, that one. It will be just a single. Good fielding effort there. End of the over. 122 for 6 at the end of 14 overs. Had to get that helmet, Just Gill, since the pace is back into the attack. Zoeb back into the attack. That's a swing and a miss, but way outside the tram line, so it will be a wide. I can't emphasize what a great comeback from CCA in the batting department and the bowling department. Right in front, that lands safely. Wicketkeeper had a chance, he had to make miles of coverage. Zoe wanted to be somewhere near the stumps as well. And with the spread in field, they didn't have much of real estate to make those mistakes. 124 for 6. Tapped into the leg side. Just outside the 30-yard circle, it will be stopped. After the offside, lofted. Will that be a boundary in a while? No, it won't be. Good fielding. Right at the boundary line, good cut off. 127 for 3. For 6, pardon me. Another tidy over by Zoeb. Zoeb, Jigesh, all playing a crucial part in this defend of the total. And a swing and a miss by Just Gill. 2 more deliveries to go. Now a tall task for Kings to unless be some magic. That's a Yorker ball, but that will go on to the offside. That was well fielded, I want to say. But with the sun out, could you see that boundary marking? Yeah, well fielded. Just a 2 runs. And that's down the ground. Just a single. End of the over. 130 for 6. The Kings too still need 61 of the 5 overs. And quickly looking at that point table. Just want to confirm myself, don't want to doubt anything. But Kings too haven't lost any yet. You can see that clearly on your screens. And this could jump up Calgary Cricket Academy to somewhere close to second spot. This would be a crucial game for both the teams. Lot more work to do for Kings too. Abhishek Bhatt back into the attack. Changing the field slightly for Abhishek. Pushing the fielder more deep on the leg side. Harpreet on strike. And bowled him. That's gone, bowled him. Harpreet has to walk back. He was struggling. 9 of 9. And that surely will put things at ease for CCA. 9 for 9, just a 1-4 for Harpreet. Strike rate of 100. The batsman walking in, not even looking at Harpreet. They know this game is almost done and dusted. They just need to finish the formalities. Gursimran Singh is the new batsman in 83 matches, 638 runs, so he can do some batting. They will need more than 60 runs or at least 50 runs out of his bat. And then Jas Gill to play a supporting role with 10 more runs. That's onto the offside. Zoeb will cut it off right outside the 30-yard circle. Jas on strike. Over to the leg side. Will stay inside the 30th circle. It wasn't hit much of a power. And was that a block by Jas Gill's bat? Appeal from the wicket keeper. But we'll see what umpire. It could be obstruction of wicket. Looks like, but Paul is not gonna say anything. So we'll move on. 2 more balls to go. Jas Gill on strike. And that's bowled him. Right the leg stump. And one more wicket falls down. Jas Gill has to walk back. Another short cameo. 11 of 11, no boundaries at all. And Kings too will be handed their first loss of the day. And CCA, with this amount of huge margin, I wouldn't doubt if they move up to second place. Of course, we'll let cricket clubs and the points table decide that once the match is completed. But I have to salute the effort of the CCA. They had a team for smash and grab. They played multiple games this weekend. And now coming here, and a few players from Kings 2 also were part of the squad for the smash and grab. But not the best night for Kings 2. It looks like they were the night it was at the beginning. But everything fell apart with that stand from Tanzil Altaf, Waqas and Zoeb. 136 for 8 at the end of 16 overs. All just left is the formalities to be completed. Tanzil Altaf, 83 of 31. Waqas Khan, 54. Surya Balakrishna, 17. And then even though Zohib's name is not on the bowling summary list, Abhishek Bharat, 3 wickets. Rawal with the 2 wickets and Osama with the 1 wicket. Aftab is back into the attack. That's flicked into the leg side. It will be a boundary. Much needed boundary for Kings 2. Although it might be a little too late, we won't count them out. Gursimran will have to do some serious batting. But it's a good start for them though, a boundary. He'll need plenty more of that. Right in front, lucky maybe not knocking into the stumps. A dot ball. Good comeback by Aftab. Zoeb giving some piece of advice to his bowling mate Aftab. Gursimran on strike. Down the leg side. Open field there, so most of the fielders are in the deep. Gets Gursimran back on strike with that double. Three more deliveries to go. And that's straight down the park. Will that be a catch? Oh, almost. Almost had a chance, but that will left it just see fit at one bounce. No, it's all the way down. A maximum. Gursimran trying to pull out some magic. Still have a lot of work to do though. But nothing is impossible. Was it the right decision to bring Aftab back? We'll find out. Two more balls still to go. 12 runs of the over so far already. Gursimran edges that. Will be a single right inside the 30-yard circle. Down the leg side. That will spill outside the 30-yard circle. Will get a single. It will put Gursimran back on strike. He's the man to watch out for now. Short cameo 14 so far. If at all Gaurav was going to get on strike, he'll need to focus on getting back to Gursimran. Looks like Abhishek back on attack. That's hit to the leg side. And like I said, Gaurav gives quick strike back to Gursimran. Almost 14 runs required now, more than. Is there some magic in this though? A swing and a miss. Legal dot ball. Climbs up the required run to 15. And that's swept over to the leg side. Can they come back for 2? No. It will be Gaurav back on strike. They're running out of real estate, the Kings, to chase this one down. But hope is not lost, comes down the track. That will be a dot ball. So one dot so far, 2 more balls to go. Once again, I'll emphasize an excellent comeback from CCA right in front. Almost a chance for a run out, directed and given out. And that's the set batsman Gursimran that has to walk back on a miscommunication. Was there a run there or not? But that's a direct hit. And that will be the end of the innings for Gursimran. Just the one more wicket to go. Gursimran not happy with something. Short cameo, 15 of 18, 15 of 8, pardon me. 1 boundary and a 6. And now officially just the formalities now. To climb 2 spots at least in the table is magnificent. To go right head to head with the table toppers, just 1 spot behind. To give them the first loss of the season kind of will be special for CCA too. They'll feel this is a rewarding week ahead. They got till the semi-finals of Smash and Grab, and now this time handing out a couple of achievements in the C&DCL T20 League. We have been watching this all evening long on 22 Yards Network. Right, if Fred got a bat in first, will be just a single. So 2 more overs to go. Abhishek Bharat, what a special spell. Gets a pat on the back from his teammates. And looks like Zohaib is going to continue from the broadcast end. Just 2 more overs to go. Did the Kings to get to play the entire 2 overs, or will there be a wicket? We'll find out. Then nick that one, that will be a swing and a miss. Gaurav on strike. Thick outside edge. Is that taken? Yes, it is. That should do it for the innings. Zoeb gets 2 wickets. It's all out. Calgary Cricket Academy winning this one by 37 runs. We'll see if it's enough for a huge run rate. But what a game. It started off with Calgary Cricket Academy starting slow, losing a bunch of wickets where even 150 was not possible. But then they got to 190. Then Kings 2 had a fiery start in the power play. But then everything fell apart after the power play. Handshakes are being done. We'll look at the batting card, bowling card and all in just a moment. But a huge win for the Calgary Cricket Academy. Waiting for these handshakes to be done will get us the updated points table and all that, so let's wait for that. Paul and umpire Funny getting the final handshakes of the evening as the teams wrap up and head back to their dugouts to debrief on what happened. Here we go, shall we debrief it? Kings 2, Karan Saini couldn't get going as much. Then there was a short cameo from Kamal Raman Work. Randeep Sahra, the captain, he tried his best, 34 of 18, but that wasn't enough. And Vikas Sharma, 23 of 16. The rest went up cheapishly, 9, 3, 11, 15 and 5. Only Jasper Gill, who didn't face a ball, who didn't face the bat, remained not out. The bowling card, that was fantastic from the CCA. Aftab was unlucky to go without wicketless, but economy of 12 was a bit expensive. Saeed Mohammad, even though got a wicket, was a bit expensive. The most wicket was Altaf Anzil, who was most expensive, 21 runs given. But doesn't matter, he had a great day out with the bat. Benefit of the doubt given to him. And Zohaib Ahmed, look at that, 6 economy of 6, 20 runs and 2 wickets taken. And then pick up the bowlers. Abhishek Bharat, the heartbreaker Bharat, got it done for the CCA. Alright, let's take a look at now the match summary. Who gets on top? Zohaib Ahmed gets back into the match summary card. Rawal 14 for 2 and Abhishek Bharat. Then Randeep Sehra, the top batsman for Kings 2. Altaf Tanzil 83 of 31. What a magical knock. All hopes were lost on CCA, but they get it done. I'm sure you all know who the player of the match is going to be, but we'll take a look at that a moment. And as I confirmed, Calgary Cricket Academy moving from 4th spot to 2nd spot. What an achievement. And that run rate sitting at a plus 1.07. And then Kings 2, of course, they get their first loss of this season. And that in the hands of CCA Cricket Academy, which was never looking possible. But CCA, kudos to them for what a weekend they had. And then now back into the regular season. And player of the match, Altaf Tanzil, 83 of 31. A knock he will remember for the rest of his career. That will do it for me and myself. Thank you all so much for spending the Tuesday evening with us. A huge thanks to our sponsors, Sherwin Juices, OP Lawyers, Power Physiotherapy, Robinson Sports, Kookaburra Balls. And if you want to advertise with us, feel free to do so. We'll be back tomorrow with another contest where I'm hoping Vibhor Bajaj will join me in the Combox tomorrow. Until then, have yourself a great rest of your night. You have been watching 22 Yards Network, live from the Inland Cricket Grounds.